I guess I could keep going, but if you want to pick another one.
Can I just say something here? I don't know. I was kind of standing here waiting for when this would fit in, and it may not fit in at all to this, but if you're talking about safety issues, I work for the Postal Service. Please remember that carriers do not always stay on the right. We do make lefts with our vehicles. There was an accident just a couple weeks ago where the carrier was turning left and the motorcycle ran right into him. And I mean, the car is a mess, the bike is a mess, the motorcyclist is a mess, but he's going to live. So
where did this happen?
Not too far from here. It was within Western New York. I can't remember where.
So you're saying the postal worker and the...
But everybody assumes, and it happens with cars too, everybody assumes that the carrier is always going to make deliveries on the right-hand side. We're always going to stay there. The cars do have left turns to make. So just keep that in mind. Don't be complacent about that carrier on the side of the road.
Right. If you've never seen...
That's a good point.
If you've never seen a...
Thank you.
A mail truck take a left. What is our brain thinking mail trucks always, never do? They never, and that's when you get bit. You know, when you think something always does this and that. We'll do one more and then I'll wrap it up. Anybody? Well,
group riding.
I'll tell you what, we'll go to group riding in a second, but I do want to point this one out. The first one, the utilizing ones are sort of, these are like the paternal instinct type of things, you know? What I wanted to do with this one is say, like, if you look at this card and you decide you want to ride without a helmet today, you made that choice, you know, if you live in those kind of states. But the facts are that these are the facts, okay? There was some crashes this week after midnight, okay? One guy on Portland Avenue speeding without a license. They say there was alcohol factor, I don't know. 1 o'clock in the morning in Buffalo, a husband and wife duo crashed. I think they've both been killed. You got to think, were they out there drinking at night? You know, nothing good happens after midnight. But this is your mirror, folks. You know, it's like, if you can look here and say, I have my license, I have been trained, I wear gear, I make myself visible, I pay attention. When I get to intersections, I always raise that level of concern. I expect every car to turn in front of me that's in my forward view. I better learn how to corner or else I might have problems, and I got to practice these things and stay away from booze. If you look at this card and you're hitting all those things, you have just reduced your likelihood of permanent injury or death significantly. And that's why I started out with this one. And of course, this one here is I try to do a good, better, best with the gear. You know, I'm not in the best range. I don't have a lot of leather stuff, but it is probably better than in a crash durability wise. So these are just here to get you thinking. Now, sort of want to end it for you.
What do you have for emergencies?
What's that?
You went over that
Emergencies, you
one.
want to see that one?
I was just wondering what it was.
Oh.
What do you have for emergencies?
Hey, I get you there.
Did your grandfather or father own a Chrysler dealership?
No, Del Vecchio? No, but you can stick it in your pocket.
All right.
I was like a kid hearing that on the commercials. I'm like, do we know him? Are we rich people? Yeah, but, I heard he was a crook anyway, you know him?
I worked for Chrysler. He almost went to jail.
Yeah, did he? See, you didn't say that before I said who he was, so maybe I know he's a criminal.
But he was a good salesman.
Is that, yeah, the emergency is just to prepare for him.
Anytime where you'll go over an obstacle, the further you can get your weight to the back, the better.
That's right. So you want to rise up off the seat. I could probably add that to after rise up off the seat.
You got room to stretch your arms to get back. You know?
Right. You want to lighten the front end.
Front end.
And if you're back, that's going to help. Now you got to remember, I tried to cram a lot in the car,
Especially with a passenger.
but I do have some white space over there.
That's the way to do it.
Which,
Then the passenger gets
now what I put at the
fire.
end, folks, is we have this thing called winter around here. You know what I mean? And we have this thing called an ego. You know, and so we may think we know more than we do. So I'm not saying, you know, buy a set of cards and, you know, I'll be a millionaire. What I'm saying is you need to just remember there is no point where you know it all and you can always get better, and these are good things to have around. It's nice because Aerostitch has them in their catalog, and 2 people put reviews there, and they were very positive reviews, and they say how, you know, they're 2 people who are doing exactly what I would hope somebody would do with them. Keep them nearby, flip through them, and just think of something. If you open, you know, if you look in there and you say, you know, I do one thing differently, and you get more enjoyment. David Huff, I did talk to on the phone about these. He did, you know, he had mixed feelings or whatever about it, but what he did say was, you know, people, you know, need to reflect on their writing, and once you stop, you know, you can get yourself into trouble. So try to practice these skills, but do something, please. Take a class, read a book, practice. All right. It sounds like work, doesn't it?
No, it's
you know,
fun.
It sounds like work what I'm having you do, but it becomes second nature after a while. So I just do want to thank Art and Lynn and the Country Road staff for not only building a community here, but their focus on safety. You should actively pursue your growth. One thing I do have for free is it's called the Street Skills Challenge, and it's just a series of 20 questions. You can rank 1 to 3. You can do it on your own time. You can take it with you. You can get it from my website, whatever. What this should do is kind of show you what things you need to kind of work on, you know, maybe personally, and then you can go from there to start to attack those things that you think might need you. You have more of a need. So, thank you. Thank you very much.